But that's the beauty of OFN, because once you have that metabolic capacity,
Yeah.
you can pretty much have anything. I'm very agnostic on what fueling is, on top of the Vespa and the fat burning, because different things work for different people. And
Yeah. The one problem I had was greens. It seemed to bloat
well,
me.
you don't want to have greens close
Yeah.
to a race. You got to
Right.
get all that starch, fibrous
Yeah.
type of stuff out of your system.
48 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, 48 hours.
24 hours before no greens.
Right. Salad is the worst thing you can have the night
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Right. I learned that lesson once, and it was
all it takes is one.
yeah.
Of course, all for me was to get on my fat adapted journey. It took me one bonking carb loading and subsequent bonking episode to say this doesn't work. That's what started me on this whole journey.
I was told all these years, you got to carb load 3 or 4 days in advance to store up those carbs so that you can sit there and perform at top performance. And then you've got to have 100 calories every hour, kind of a thing. And I've noticed with this OFM, no, I don't need to do that. I just it's about every 2 hours that I'll take a Vespa. So I start off, well, the other thing too is, I'll go into this a little bit. They would also say, okay, you got to hydrate the day before. You just got to pour the water into you. You want to drink like 5 liters of water. And then my friends would say, yeah, and then you got to start doing salt tablets at night, and get that salt built up into your system too, as well, the day before a race. Well, I developed what's called SIPEs, which is swimming induced pulmonary infusion. And what happened is all that fluid, and you got this wetsuit on, and your lungs can't expand like you need to, and this salt follows water, and water shunts into your lungs because you can't breathe it out and get going.
Right.
And so
you have too much interstitial fluid, and it just, the lungs are.
Well, this is the only place I can put it.
Yeah, put it everywhere else.
Right. And it takes me a good 48 hours to clear all that out. And stuff. And so now what I do is I don't pre-hydrate. I just drink to what satisfaction. Basically, I don't take any salt tablets, or any extra salt the day before. I don't even really start it until after I'm done with the swim. And you treat it
basically until you're settled in on the bike.
Yeah, right. So, and I take Viagra. And Viagra opens.
I'm not going to kiss and tell.
Yeah, but I did. Everybody, it's now studied, and that's the treatment, is to not hydrate so much. Don't do the salt so much, and then the Viagra vaso.
Yes, it's a vasodilator, so all that interstitial fluid goes to plasma volume to fill that plasma volume. Yep.
And it works perfect for me, So, and then I get to transition, and I take a Vespa and my salt tablet, and that's when the timer starts. And every hour I take the salt tablets. If it's really hot, I'll even do 2.
Yep.
And then water, to my thirst. I don't overhydrate, but I don't underhydrate either at that point. And then I'll start. Well, I have a Vespa at special needs along with my pizza, because that's about lunchtime, and then finish the bike up and get to transition, have another Vespa, and get out on the run course. And usually it's Coke that I'll drink, or mostly water. I should say it's mostly water, but every once in a while a Coke. Occasionally I'll have a banana on course. And one race I did finally try that what is it? Morton gels. Yeah, the Morton gels.
Morton gels?
And worked out pretty good. I didn't get sick. The goos used to make me so sick and nausea. And in fact, a couple times I did throw up in marathons because that there's just too much sugar and it just did not sit well with me at all. And so I won't touch those with a 10-foot pole. So get those away from me.
So in other words, a lot of people, you'll get
Yeah.
GI distress if you're putting too
Yeah,
many
I
calories
guess
in.
that's what it is just regulating that. And I've been able
Yeah,
to, you know, a couple of races. Well, in IronMan Texas last year, I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know how I was doing time wise and that sort of. Well, I kind of knew my time, but I didn't know where everybody else was in the race. And I finally found a friend of mine, and she sat there and said, "You're in second place, and the third place girl is catching you." You know, and I was able to then sit there and speed up and do 9:40-minute miles at the last 2 miles. And I beat that girl by 33 seconds or 22 seconds. That's what it was. It was 22 seconds. Yeah,
For a
right.
second in your age group, right? At a that's a big competitive race too. Ironman Texas is a very competitive race. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was quite interesting. And I've done that a couple of times now. I've learned how to pace myself, and that last hour of the race is where it's going to make or break you. That's where people start falling apart, melting down. They can't perform. But yet I've got the ability to do that because I think I've got the nutrition down, you know, with Vespa and the electrolyte tablets and, you know, just being able.
Yeah, that's your foundational physiology, and then you can add sips
Yep.
of Coke or a Martin gel or whatever looks good at the aid station on top of it, right?
And it works. It works really well, you know.
No GI distress
No,
now, right?
I haven't had anything like that at all. In fact, I don't even think about it, you know, which is good because that's one less worry that I have, that I don't have to think about that. And
how about the recovery?
yeah, because next day I'll go out and do a little shakeout run, you know, 2 or 3 miles and feel good, and that helps. The muscles sometimes can be sore, but I can work that out really well. And I'm back to training within 2 or 3 days.